Glenavon under-18s have just beaten Dungannon Swifts under-18s in the final of the Mid-Ulster Youth Cup. Tim Lennon, the Glenavon manager, has joined us. Tim, your thoughts on the evening?
Nice to win, George. Truthfully, I think the best team on the night won. I thought we had it won, and I made a sub. I brought another defender on to shore things up, and we didn't defend the shot. I was calling for it, and as soon as he hit it, I could see it, the movement on the ball. And the keeper's the last man. Unfortunately, it's one of those things, and that's football. But we galvanised ourselves. We got in again, and thankfully we ran out winners. I think just deserves.
What was the game plan tonight?
The game plan was to be brave and perform. As I said to yourself, George, when I talked to you through the week, our emphasis at the club is getting players to the first team and knock the door of the first team, and that's what we're doing. And if we win cup finals, it's an added bonus. So for me, I wasn't overly bothered what the result was tonight, because we've already won, as I said to you during the week, with your Matty Allens, Luke McGarrigan's, James Heaney, Ben Wilson, Callum Hamilton. So this is just an added bonus. The game plan was to go out, be brave and play and enjoy the occasion, which I thought we did.
Was it a blow not having those 5 players tonight?
Of course, most of those guys start, and you've also Caelan Murphy not playing, you've also Kieran McGee not playing. So if we would have started those guys playing, who knows what could have happened. Football's a funny game, but we, as I said to you again, George, during the week, we had plenty of players coming in behind. They were fantastic tonight, really were good.
Were you pleased with the way the team started the game?
I thought we did. The first 15 minutes I thought we started well, and then we started to identify that we're getting a lot of joy down the outside channels, and I think we played too much into that, where we're hitting diagonal balls, which we didn't like. We should have been building through the thirds, and I think when we done that, we sort of got into a game of it just wasn't where we wanted to be, and we stopped building play. Got them in at half-time couldn't come quick enough, to be honest, and we just said to the guys, the emphasis on the start of the game will be the same now at second half, to be brave, get on the ball and play. And I think overall, we were the better footballing team on the night.
And what made the difference in the second half?
I think we just started to play a bit more. We just got back into our rhythm. We made a couple of substitutions, and you could see a difference. But we always knew that this wasn't about the starting 11. We knew that this was going to be a sort of 15-16 man game, which it was in the end. You've seen players coming up with cramp, who had worked extremely hard. I mean, we done a light session last night, very, very light. But these players have played a lot of football, some of them playing 18s, 20s, and we're also an under 16 there in the team there this evening, so Matthew McAdam. So the boys were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I couldn't single anyone out.
How big an impact did the Glenavon substitutes make in the second half?
I think it's fair to say they were massive. They just give us a wee bit more, legs. And I think with the introduction of James Robinson, I think with his pace, it made Dungannon maybe drop 5-10 yards back, which gave us a bit more joy to build in the middle of the park, and that's what our intention was at half time. So we've done well.
Now, Lucas Fry, the Glenavon goalkeeper, obviously made an error for the Dungannon equalizer in the 94th minute of the match. How do you go about lifting a player after something like that happens?
Well, the message was we win as a team and we lose as a team. And as I said at the start of the interview, George, the shot should not have happened. We didn't come out quick enough to prevent the shot. I was directly behind it, and as soon as it was hit, that ball was going all over the place. And just unfortunate as a goalkeeper that last stand embers of the game, and we're 2 each, we're into extra time. You've seen the reaction of the players, the environment that we have here. Lucas was not going to be hung out there, not a chance. We win as a team, we lose as a team, and the boys galvanised around him and helped him. He was broken toward going into extra time, but he got through the game, which showed me great mental strength and great character and resilience from him. Not just him, but the guys who also helped him during the game.
Were you a bit disappointed that the team allowed itself to be pushed back in the final 5-10 minutes of normal time?
I was, but again, football's all moments, isn't it? And I think Dungannon had nothing to lose. I mean, it's a cup final; I had to go for it, and I think we were comfortable. But I genuinely think I would like to see the time in the referee's watch, because that certainly wasn't 3 or 4 minutes. It certainly didn't feel like it there. But listen, that's football, George. We've won, and we move on.
What did you say to the players before extra time?
The message was the same. It was consistent from the start. Be brave, enjoy the occasion, and play the game.
And how big a boost is it for you and the academy to win the final tonight?
It's nice. It's always nice to win cup finals. I'm just happy for the boys. I coached last year in the NIBFA under-16 final, and we really didn't show up. And as a coach, you think, you go away and you analyse things and you self-reflect and you think, was it my fault? Was it? And I learned a lot from last year. So even whilst we lose, we're learning. And tonight, hopefully, we've learned a lot more from winning. So.
And how difficult is it to beat Dungannon teams at academy level?
It's very difficult. Dungannon are a fantastic club. They play good football. They were a little bit more direct tonight than I expected them to be. I mean, they hit us on the diagonal quite a lot. It seemed to be their game plan, and it worked quite well for them at times. But no, Dungannon are a first-class club. I'm just glad we were victorious in the end, George.
Well done tonight, Tim, and enjoy the close season. Thank you.
Enjoy it.